So this is what it's like to have a cat. I'm taking out the back seat in this camper bus, and there's some screws over here that, that I'm removing so that I can get this cushion out of here to free up space so that I can unscrew the actual metal gear mechanism or whatever that makes this seat thing turn into a bed. And here's where she is. I've got my left arm, I'm kind of leaning in the back of the bus. I have my feet on the ground outside, and I'm like got my belly resting on the back part of the bed above the engine. And I'm reaching through here with this screwdriver and taking out these screws. And she decided that she wanted to lay on my arm. So that's how cats express affection, I guess. Hey, what's up? I'm gonna make a couple videos showing the process of turning this Volkswagen bus thing into a camper. Picked this up a couple weeks ago, and it was nice, but you know, it was 40 years old, so it had some funky stuff going on. So first step is going to be to just gut it out, pull everything out of it, and just basically start from scratch. A little bit of a backstory on this. It's a 1985 Volkswagen Vanagon, and it's a Riviera conversion. And if you look on the internet about these Riviera buses, they'll make it sound like there wasn't enough Westphalias, so this one company up in the Northwest started converting them. But it's a little bit more political than that. It's like dealer politics with the auto manufacturers and allocations and whatnot. When there was like a premium vehicle comes along, like one of these like new Mustangs, or back in the 80s, you know, like the Westphalia campers, Volkswagen was kind of stingy with what dealerships got them. Like they would give them to the dealerships that sold a lot of normal Volkswagens. And this place up in like, I think it was like Washington or Vancouver or something, they were like, we want more Westphalias. And Volkswagen was like, no. So they were like, all right, well, we'll make our own then. And so they bought a bunch of Vanagons from Volkswagen, and then they converted them. So one thing you'll notice about Riviera is the pop top straight up versus it like a triangle. And that's just one of the little things. Their interiors are a little different. I watched a bunch of videos about these buses and stuff before I picked this up, and it's, you know, all these Westphalias are nice, but they're all like the exact same, and you know, with minor variations. And I wanted to do something that was practical for my uses. The cabinets and stuff on this bus and on the Westphalias, they're super stylish and they're efficient, but they weren't really what I needed. So here, you know, I wanted to basically start from scratch and build up something nice. I could have done the same thing with a Vanagon, but this is what I found, and the things that I was looking for, this bus had. Meaning it's mechanically sound, it's been well maintained, and it's got good bones. So that's what my starting point is. You can see the interior is like minty, that seat's like perfect. So here's what I was saying about the pop top coming straight up. And basically I'm just going through this thing, and the first step was to get it totally gutted out, clean it all up. It had some funk up in there under the floorboards and behind the cabinets. I mean, it's 41 years old, so general usage is gonna create some just wear and tear. I pulled off all the wood panels off the interior. I'm gonna redo, all new wood paneling and all that stuff. So it's gonna be interesting. But this is just some videos to show you the process of how you can, like, basically kind of just like get creative with stuff. I mean, I don't have a lot of like crazy skills when it comes to modifying a bus, but I have a resourceful attitude. There's a lot of people on YouTube that share information, and I'm willing to do some work. So that's all it takes, and this is going to be like my little process with this bus. So thanks for watching. I'll upload some more videos and keep you posted on what's going on with it. So, as I was going through it, getting ready to kind of formulate a strategy for ripping it all apart, I was pretty intrigued by like some of the little features. Really neat. I'm used to Hondas, and the whole VW vibe is a little new to me. Like for instance, like these like leather covers for the pop top thing, and the latch for the pop top reminds me of like a old fancy boat, just kind of cool. I was like just tripping out on it, just kind of appreciating the engineering, the simplicity and functionality of certain elements of the thing. I appreciate. So you can see I've got the curtains off. I'm starting to unscrew all the wood panels. There's like wood pieces that are covered in fabric that go along the side walls, and then there was like the headliner up top, which was like covered in fabric, and then it was like wood that had been bolted in, and like the floorboards, I don't know, man. Riviera, the conversion company, there's a certain way you're supposed to put in a floor, and they didn't do it the right way. They basically just drilled screws right into the metal floor, and over 40 years, moisture from the road kicking up had come up through the little gaps on all the screw holes and made some rust on the floor. One thing about this bus is because it's like an Oregon bus and it's been on the West Coast its whole life, it ain't really got no rust like on the frame and whatnot where it matters. But like I said, because they drilled in right through the floor, they created some surface rust on the floorboards. So I had to address that and get that taken care of before I put the floor down. One thing